And then React Shield, Doctor Doom, Black Panther, Wakanda, Forever post credit removed. Let's take a look and see it's all about and check it out. See what the cosmic one has to say about the Doctor Doom, Black Panther, Wakanda, Forever post credit scene removed. Let's take a look. See what it's all about and check it out.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and it looks like Marvel Studios might be trying to pull a fast one on us, as we have some news about Doctor Doom today. Now, first and foremost, I must state that I have seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever, but no, I will not be spoiling anything about the movie in this video or any videos to come before the movie actually comes out. And if I were to talk about any spoilers of the movie, of course I would say beforehand, spoiler warning, so don't worry about that. However, I will say this, there was a lot of speculation about what could be going on in Wakanda Forever, and there was a lot of talk about certain really big MCU villains possibly showing up and being introduced, possibly in a post-credit scene. I think you all realize who I'm talking about, Doctor Doom. And while I'm not going to say what the post-credit scene is, I will say it definitely sets up a lot of things for the future that could possibly happen. However, it doesn't have to do with Doctor Doom. But Marvel might actually be tricking us on that one. I've heard from insiders that Marvel Studios did indeed shoot a post-credit scene for Black Panther Wakanda Forever that did involve Doctor Doom. Now, what's interesting about this is that this somewhat happens actually kind of frequently. For example, Marvel Studios actually shot multiple scenes with other members of the Illuminati for Multiverse of Madness that we never saw. Like Ghost Rider. They shot a scene with Ghost Rider, it never made it to the movie, and didn't even get released in a deleted scenes clip. We don't know why things change, we don't know why things get removed, but sometimes it does happen. And here's the really interesting thing. We only saw one post-credit scene in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Just one, whereas normally there are two. So part of me thinks that they're withholding a post-credit scene from the press at the press screening at the world premiere because they don't want the Doctor Doom post-credit scene leaking. They don't want it getting out there. Now, I'm not saying to expect a Doctor Doom post-credit scene. In fact, I wouldn't, because let's manage our expectations here so we're not disappointed. However, hearing that they did shoot a scene is very interesting. However, there is some news coming from some insiders over the past couple of days that state that Doctor Doom might not even be a villain of the Fantastic Four film. Now, keep in mind, we have no confirmation from Marvel Studios or any major trade outlets like Deadline or The Hollywood Reporter that Doctor Doom is coming anytime soon. The reports have mostly came from insiders, and granted, insiders can be right a lot of the time. Marvel Studios can also change their plans. However, I don't think Marvel is changing their plans. Of course, it's a possibility, but we know that Kevin Feige likes to be original, and he doesn't like to repeat things that have been done before. And we've had 3 Fantastic Four movies that have already had Doctor Doom as a villain. Now, don't get me wrong, I'd still love to see him as the main villain of the new MCU Fantastic Four. However, Kevin Feige, like I said, typically doesn't like to repeat what's already been done. So the fact that insiders are reporting that Doctor Doom may not be the villain of the Fantastic Four movie doesn't really come as too much of a surprise. However, do not let that discourage you about possibly seeing Doctor Doom in the future relatively soon. Because yes, Doctor Doom is an iconic Fantastic Four villain, but he is also an iconic villain in Marvel Comics just in general. And let's not forget that essentially God Emperor Doom is the big bad of the Secret War storyline of the comics, the storyline that we are leading up to. So it does make sense for Doctor Doom to be entering the MCU relatively soon. But also, one of the great things about this is that hopefully Doctor Doom is going to stick around for a long time, way after Phase 6. We know that the mutants are going to come into play in Phase 6, but not in a huge way. That's not really going to happen until Phase 7. In Phase 7, the main characters of the MCU that they focus on are going to shift from the Avengers characters to characters like the mutants and the Fantastic Four, which of course would include a Doctor Doom villain. And this is great because Doctor Doom is way too big of a villain to just have for one phase. If he does indeed show up for a post-credit scene for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, if they decide to actually include another one, a second one that has him in it, then that would mean he would be in the MCU for 2 whole phases, Phase 5 and Phase 6, hopefully all the way up till Avengers Secret Wars. This would be a lot of time. However, I still think he should remain in the MCU after Phase 6 because he is such an iconic villain. villain. Since Marvel Studios usually does 2 post-credit scenes and we only saw one, I do hope they are saving a second one for when the movie actually releases in theaters, and they're hiding it so whatever it is doesn't get revealed or leaked too early. Because let's face it, we know that it will. Maybe they will, and maybe it's Doctor Doom, maybe it's somebody else. Again, don't go in expecting to see that, don't get your hopes up, but maybe, if we're lucky, Marvel Studios was hiding it, and maybe we'll get it. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Are you okay with Doctor Doom not being the main Fantastic Four villain for their MCU debut movie? And if you are, who would you rather have be the villain of the Fantastic Four? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to stay up to date on all things relating to the MCU. For live updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Please subscribe, like this video, and for watching. Great night. See you guys. Bye. And for watching. See you guys. Bye.